you are not stuck with a fading brain, with a brain that can't remember stuff, with a brain that can't process stuff, with a brain that's not functioning as it did 10, 20 years ago. You can improve things, and we spoke about those strategies in a previous video, and we're going to continue to address that subject. But we specifically spoke about the power of exercise. We spoke about aerobic exercise. Now we're going to talk about strength training, which also shows remarkable ability to improve your brain function. So step number one, what weights training will do is improve your cognitive function. Now, what do we mean by cognitive function? We mean things like your memory. We mean things like your executive function. That is like your ability to make decisions, think about and make decisions. And also your processing speed. If you've ever been frustrated with your computer because it's just not doing stuff fast enough, your brain can be like that too. But you can improve it through exercise, and more specifically, weights training. You have with weights training, a reduced risk of cognitive decline. So not only can you improve it, you can decrease your risk of it declining, which is what leads into dementia. So all those processes like your memory, your executive function, your processing speed, you can reduce the risk of those declining by doing weights exercises. Increased brain volume. This is really interesting. By doing weights training, it's been shown quite clearly in the research that your hippocampus, a part of your brain that's involved intimately with memory, increases in size with weight training. That's really useful. 4, enhanced mood and anxiety. Weights training again increases the chemicals that flood your brain like endorphins, like the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin, all of which improve your mood, decrease anxiety, and stimulate the brain to operate maximally. So weights training helps all of that. Then 5, you get better blood flow and oxygenation. So when you exercise, you improve your cardiovascular fitness, and that includes weights training, which has a positive effect on your brain. Anything that is good for your heart is also good for your brain. Increased blood flow, obviously providing lots of oxygen, not only as well as the nutrients and the other things that stimulate your brain function, but again, just oxygenating your brain. And what exercise does, again, weights training does it as well, is that it stimulates this, what we call angiogenesis, the ability for blood vessels to expand and to grow and to produce new blood vessels, so that your brain isn't declining in blood flow, it's increasing in blood flow. That's really important for staving off dementia, because some of the dementias that we're familiar with are because purely of that vascular decline, the decrease in the brain being stimulated by blood flow and oxygen. And a big one, improve sleep. Again, the research has shown that weights training improves your sleep. Now, what I'd say about that is, the research again is very clear. One of the clear indicators of a brain that's going to have issues is poor sleep. If you are not sleeping long enough, you're not sleeping well, then you are increasing quite dramatically your risk of developing dementia later in life. We're going to talk about sleep specifically in another session. But weights training can improve even that. I think the research indicates like at least 12 to 15% improvement in your sleep by weights training. So getting into some form of resistance. It can be free weights, it can be bands, it could be Pilates, it could be swimming, it could be anything that works you against resistance. Now, I personally love free weights. I use free weights, and I love body weight exercises, push-ups, pull-ups, those sorts of things. So there's lots of things that you can do that are available to you, even without expensive equipment, that can stimulate all these positive changes for your brain and stave off the dreaded dementia. Hope that helps. If you liked it, please support me. Buy me a coffee from in the description below, and like, share, subscribe, and you'll catch the latest in the research that's going to help your brain stay on top of its game. Catch you soon.